During his interview with 60 Minutes from this past weekend, Joe Biden would not commit to running for president in 2024. Basically, he won't commit to seeking a second term in office. Or did he? Right? It's a little bit of a mystery. It's not as clear-cut as a lot of the headlines from earlier this week would have you believe. Here is Biden's statement. Let's listen to this. Look, if I were to say to you, I'm running again, all of a sudden a whole range of things come into play that I have, requirements I have to change and move and do in terms of election laws. And it's much too early to make that kind of decision. I'm a great respecter of fate. My intention, as I said to begin with, is that I would run again. But it's just an intention. But is it a firm decision that I run again? That remains to be seen. So Biden saying, no, I'm probably not going to maybe run again, but I am definitely also going to run again if I feel that I need to. But if I don't, then I won't, but maybe I will. It's a statement that really doesn't mean a whole heck of a lot of anything. And yet earlier this week, of course, everybody says, Biden says he's not committing to run again. Totally not what happened, folks. The reason, of course, and we've talked about this, by the way, with Donald Trump too, the laws change for a person as soon as they say, I am running right now. I am running. Okay, well then there's limits on what you can do with your money. You have to file those quarterly reports. Every dime that you spend has to be accounted for, and it has to be a legitimate campaign expense. And of course, being the president, there's things that are presidential duties, there's things that would then be campaign duties, and you got a lot of murkiness and unpleasantness when dealing with all of that. It's very difficult to do. So Biden is not necessarily saying he's not going to run again. What he's saying is, I'm not going to say it now because if I do, then I got to start doing all this crap with the Federal Elections Commission, and I don't want to start doing that yet. I don't think at all that this was President Biden saying, listen, I'm probably not going to run. I just don't see it happening. I think, based on his statement, this is just his way of saying, listen, I don't want to do the paperwork yet. That's a lot of work. It sucks. So maybe I'm running, maybe I'm not. That's legally what I have to say to avoid jumping through all of the hoops that the FEC puts out there for individuals. Personally, I'd love it if he stepped aside. I think, even with the fighter, Biden that we've seen these last 2 months, which is great, I love it, but I do think Biden should step aside. And of course, he could do it by saying, listen, I was the bridge candidate, and that's what he needs to describe himself as. I'm the bridge candidate. I just wanted to get y'all past Trump. Now is the time for somebody else, a younger somebody else, which is what majority of people want, to take the reins here. I got you past the MAGA movement. Now it's up to you. You have to take this and run with it. I have laid the groundwork for some great legislation here. You take it and run with it. I, as Kennedy said, am passing the torch. So he could do it honorably, he could do it respectfully, and I do think that he should do it. You got Gavin Newsom out there in California chomping at the bit. He announced yesterday, if Biden doesn't run, I'm running. He's already confirmed, I'm ready to go right now. Biden, you give me that word, I'm running for president. Maybe Newsom's the leader, maybe he's not. I don't know. Right? I'm stuck under here in Ron DeSantis land. So of course, anybody that's not Ron DeSantis looks better to me. So maybe my opinion isn't the one you should take on that. But I think the torch needs to be passed. Not just from Biden, but the torch needs to be passed from Pelosi. The torch needs to be passed from Schumer. We need to bring in the younger generation so that the party can survive. Because if we don't do that, we're going to have a lot of unfortunate funerals to deal with in the coming years and a lot of seats that are suddenly going to have to be filled by the Democratic Party. That's not a pleasant situation. It also, of course, opens the door for Republicans to come in and take those seats away. Maybe we ought to be proactive for once and do it ourselves. This is Hattie. Hattie wants to know why you have not subscribed to our channel. You obviously like our videos,
So do us a favor and subscribe.